So yeah, that brings me to Songtown, which is kind of the reason why you and I met. Now we haven't met in person, but virtually met. I've been a member of Songtown for a while, even though I'm not a songwriter. I am a huge songwriting fan. So being a member of the community that you've built with Clay is just a huge honor. But it's a major part of what you've been doing nowadays. And so tell us about, first of all, tell us about Songtown. What is it exactly? And what kind of awesome work are you guys doing with it?
Well, Clay and I were co-writers. Our publishers were best friends, and so they connected us years ago. And in 2012, I believe, we were going to write one day, and we went to get coffee, and we were talking about some people we had just met that had been ripped off in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And like this one woman had come from California, this person who was a shady publisher told her he loved two of her songs, that she was amazing, and for the low, low price of $5,000, he would take all her publishing and do two demos of her songs. So she paid the man $5,000, gave him all her publishing, and he gave her two crappy demos, which we later found out he paid $300 for because we found out who did them.
Mm.
So she paid the man to get ripped off, and we were, Clay and I were just going, why do people do that stuff, And we started researching what was available online, and there really wasn't anything other than that hyped up, get your songs in front of Nashville producers kind of stuff. And so Clay jokingly said, we should start a community, and just our motto will be, your songs suck, but we can tell you how to make them better. And he was like, how do you think that is for a business model? I'm like, I don't know.
It's doing well
But
so
we, what
far.
we, yeah. So we started doing a daily blog on Facebook. We created a Songtown Facebook page, started doing a daily blog, and we did daily blogs for 2 years. So we had over 700 blogs that we wrote. And we would write about stuff like how not to get ripped off in Nashville, how much a demo should cost, how that whole thing works, how publishing works, and that kind of stuff. And as we built that community, people started saying, you guys should teach classes. So we did an online class on Zoom, and it went well and sold out. And we're like, okay, maybe we can do something with this. So that led us to creating the website and all the video content that's on there. We have about 800 hours of video content, and we focus on community coaching and connection. So we try to help people, especially people that are not in a music center, connect with other people to co-write. We try to help people connect with publishers. We've helped about 16 people now get staff writing deals. One of our the artist Gail and Sarah Davis, who was one of the writers on ABCDEFU, met in Songtown at a Songtown event, and then were nominated for the Grammy for Song of the Year for all genres last year. So we've had a lot of great writers come through Songtown.
Well, it always impressed me for one singular reason, and that is, I mean, the music business, in my experience, is kind of like finding a really good fishing spot. Like, nobody wants to share that fishing spot with other people. So, like, you trying to help other artists, songwriters, etc., to try to avoid the pitfalls of the slimy side of Nashville, which will probably always exist, sadly, is kind of like sharing your good fishing spot with other people, because there's a lot of competition in Nashville amongst songwriters and artists and things like that. And so some secret you might have to your success could help somebody else essentially steal your job. So that always impressed me from you and Clay. Did you like ever even think of that when you were first starting? Probably not, I would imagine.
I mean, I've never really come from that scarcity mindset that that if somebody else gets something, it's taking it away from me. So I've never really felt that way. And one of the first things I did was go to an NSAI song camp, and there was a writer there that had written some big hits, and He said, "I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to steal my job because I don't think you'll do it. I don't think you'll work hard enough to do it." And that always stuck with me. You know, it's like if I can teach somebody and they want to work as hard as I've worked, I want them to succeed. You know, and if they get on an album I was trying to get on and I don't, that's fine. You know, I feel like there's enough for all of us, and that if I'm helping people, that'll come back to me somehow.
I love that. I love that so much. So, 2024, we're at 10, 12 years from the creation of Songtown. What's the current goal right now for y'all with the community?
We're trying to, you know, one of the things we have fought for our whole existence has been that it's only a country songwriting site. So, which it's not. Like I said, you know, earlier, we teach most of what we teach is how to communicate with your songs. So we we've got like Nash Overstreet, who's in Hot Shell Ray, is doing a lot of pop live lessons for us these days. We've got several other people doing pop stuff. I've become really involved in musical theater, so we're adding a lot of musical theater content, a lot of sync content. So we're just trying to beef up areas other than country, so that, you know, because we are in Nashville, people perceive, oh, that must just be a country songwriting site, you know.
And how much
So
of that is
that's
just
our
kind
current.
of hitting the bricks and trying to get people involved from outside of the genre, so to speak, like actually reaching out to people to get them involved? Is there a lot of that?
Yeah, I mean, and I know like Nash's dad, Paul Overstreet's an old friend of mine, and we've had a lot of stuff together, and so that was an easy one to find him. And then, but yeah, we just, you know, through the 25 years of doing this, Clay and I both know a lot of different people in a lot of different genres, and we found, you know, most people are are willing to help. We've had a few people that are like, no, I don't really want to tell my secrets or something like that, but not many.
Now it's my fishing spot.
That's right.